وننزل من القرآن ما هو شفاء ورحمة للمؤمنين ولا يزيد الظالمين إلا خسارا. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه والتابعين وكل من اتبع هداه إلى يوم الدين. سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم. We give thanks to Almighty Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful, who has made it easy for us to resume our class after a long vacation. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. And bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, we are going to be taking it from where we stopped. And that is عطس فحمد. عطس فحمد. So what does عطس means in Arabic language? When you say عطس, it means he sneeze. He sneeze. So, and that after it is telling you what is expected of someone who sneezes. So, fahamida. So he praised. He praised. He praised who? He praised Allah. So just like hamida means to praise. So just like when you sneeze, I expect to say, after sneezing, you expect to say Alhamdulillah. So that the person close to where you are replies after hearing you, if he or she might have heard you say Alhamdulillah, he is expected to respond with Yarhamukallah. Then you are to say Yahdikumullahu wa yuslihu balakum. So that is what that means. Abasa, he sneezes. Fahamida, so he praised. Now, the second one on the screen, the second box, it says Rakiba. You can see Rakiba, Rakiba, Waradifa. What does Rakiba means? It means he climbed. Rakiba, he climbed. Waradifa, and he followed. Rakiba, in Arabic language, when you use radifa, it means something to come after something. Maybe when something succeeds something. But here in this text, what radifa means is that it sat at the back. When someone sits at the back of someone who is the one riding, maybe on a bike, you sit at the back of the bikeman. So then that means, what do? That means you are at the back. You say the verb there is radifa. So rakiba, he climbed radifa, and he sat at the back. So if it is, he's sitting after the person that is after someone was on the bike before him, so he is sitting behind the person. Maybe a bike, maybe an horse, maybe anything that you climb. So that's the meaning of that, and you get the meaning of radifa as well. I told you, but in this text, what it means, and I said what radifa means literally. It can be as well be used for when something succeeds something. And now moving to the next one, which is bari'a. Fashakara. Of course, that's what is expected. Bari'a means he recovers. When someone is has been sick for long, or when someone has when someone so bari, then the person recovers. Then what happens after it? Fashakara. Fashakara. So he was thankful. He gave thanks. Because when he was not fine, he was saying, "Oh Allah, please grant me quick recovery. Oh Allah, please this. Oh Allah, please that." Now that Allah has granted him the recovery, then it is expected from a Muslim who knows what he is doing or she is doing to what? To be grateful, to be thankful to Almighty. So, Bari'a, he recover, Fashakara, so he give thanks. Now the next one, which is the number 4, the fourth box, A, is what? Sakata. Sakata. Fasalima. Of course. Sakata. He became silent. Or that is, he kept quiet. Sakata. He kept quiet. Fasalima. So he became safe. Or so he is safe. When someone keeps quiet a lot, when someone do not talk a lot, well, it is what you say that they're going to use against you. But when you are silent, they don't know what you have in mind. Maybe you are positive or you have a negative objection to what they don't know. So you will be free from many things if you are the type that keeps quiet a lot. So that's what that means. Sakata, he kept quiet. Fasalima, and he became safe. So he became faultless. So as the case may be. Now, of course, that is different from salama. Salama. When someone says salama, listen to that. Salama. What that person means is that person says taslim. What that person says, he greets. Salama. And it is big sallama with sin fatasa and lam shadda fatala me fatama. It is very different from salima here. And I told you the part that comes before salima, I've explained that it is just a conjunction, and it means and or so, as the case may be. So sallama on its own, it means to greet or to surrender. Sallama, he surrendered. Sallama nafsahu, he surrendered himself. Or sallama, he said, sallama alayhi, he greeted him. Sallama alayhi, he greeted him. But salima here is, as we explained, it is the person was safe or faultless for keeping quiet. Next one, which is the number 5 box here, it is dhakara. Dhakara is cited, or he mentioned, or he remembered. Any of these 3 can be used. When you say dhakara, it can be used in a text on the context of what the word or what you are reading. When you say dhakara, it can means he reminded. When you say dhakara, it can be translated as he remember, and it can be used for mentioning, that is citing, when you cite something. So, but what does it mean? Dhakara, he remember. Fakhashiya, 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 and he became afraid. He remember, so he became afraid. Also, he feared. These, I'll translate as dhakara, that is, you remember who, if you remember Allah. You a Muslim, when you remember Allah, it increases your fear for him, because he can punish you, and he can as well reward you. He can do whatever he wills for you. So you are just an object under him. So you're just an object under him. You are subjected to anything he wills. So that's why when you remember Allah, then you fear him, or remember the hellfire, that and you fear, you pray that, oh Allah, never make me one of those who will enter hellfire. Now, moving to the next one, we have fahima. 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 Fahima means he understood, or he understands. Fahima, he understand. But of course, when someone understands, what happens? Alima wa alima, he understand and he know, or and he find out. Fahima, he understand, wa alima, and he know. And of course, when you understand something, then the tendency of you knowing it, it's very high. So the basic is that you understand it, then you know it. So that's about that. Now let's take the number 7 on the screen, the 7th box on the screen, and that is kariha. Kariha. What kariha in Arabic language, may Allah protect us, it means to dislike. It dislike. It dislikes. Kariha, it dislike. Wasakhita. 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 It dislikes. Wasakhita. And he displeased. This is when someone, when somebody don't dislike something, the thing becomes unpleasant to the person. So he disliked and he became displeased. So he was displeased with what he ate, and that is normal for human being. So rakaba, rakaba. We have the next one, which is rakaba. What does rakaba means? Erase. When someone run, when you're in a race, maybe inter-house sport or inter school, I don't know. So rakaba, erase. That's most times it happens in competitions. Fata'ib. Fata'ib. It's expected. And he became tired. So he became tired. He raised, so he became tired. When you've been running helter skelter, and of course you became tired. You'll become tired. So marida. May Allah protect us. Marida. Marida. He became ill. He become ill. That is, he become ill. Marida. Marida. He become, it has a verb. The noun itself is marad. When you say maradu, maradu is the illness itself, the sickness itself, or the disease. When you say maradu, that is min fatama, and that ra, instead of it having kasra, then it has fatha, and that bod has dhamma, then it is translated as maradu, and that is sickness itself. May Allah protect us, or illness or disease, marad. So, but marida is the verb. So the verb is marida, and that is he become sick or he become ill. Marida fasabara, mashallah, fasabara, and he became patient. He became patient. He endured. Marida fasabara. Sabara can be used in this text and in this context as endure. Of course, he has no option. But what this means is that, so when somebody is patient, taking the necessary steps to take, if you're going to the hospital, seeing the doctor, and taking the necessary dosage and how it has been prescribed by the physician. So that is an act of, not trespassing the limits that has been laid down by Allah Almighty. With the fear of death or fear of anything, now trespassing, going beyond the limit by saying, maybe by visiting a soothsayer or the likes. So that's haram and that's very bad. it's not permissible for a Muslim. So we have to be very. That's what the sabr there it means. That is, the person is patient and ready to endure, just because of Allah the Most High. Now moving to the next one, which is hafidha. Hafidha. What does hafidha means? He memorized. He memorized. Faqawi. Hafidha in this sense means to memorize. Hafidha. Hafidha. He memorized. So hafidha can be used for maintaining as well, or to preserve something. To preserve something, to maintain it, to protect it. Of course, all of it too, it has to do with protecting that thing. Just like it evolves around making sure something is safe. Just like the hifz, the memorization itself, it's about protecting the thing, the text. So faqawiya, and he became strong. Hafidha, he memorized. Faqawiya, and he became. But what this strong is referring to, when it comes to the memorization, it means the memorization stayed glued to the person's memory. So the person was able to memorize it, and it will not be very, very easy for he or she to forget what he has memorized. So that's what the qawiya is means. Although it still revolves around, he became strong. Qawiya, that is, he became strong. So that is what that means. Amila, we have the next one, which is amila. That is, he acts. Amila, he walk, he acts. So that's what amila means. Farabiha, farabiha. Then again, of course, it is expected from someone who works to gain. When someone works, then profit is expected. So, amila, he works, farabiha, and he gain. It is gain profits. Now moving to the next one, it is ta'ima. Of course, ta'ima, ta'ima. Fashabi'a. Fashabi'a. Ta'ima. It means he tastes or he eats. That's what ta'ima means. Ta'ima can be used for tasting as well. But here, ta'ima means he eats. He ate. Fashabi'a. Of course, when someone eats to a point, this should happen, even though it might not be happening every time. So fashabi'a, and he became satisfied. He became satisfied. That is, he ate enough food that, of course, his belly realizes that this person that owns me has ate today. So, and that's where we're going to stop for today. I pray Allah grants us the knowledge and the best of understanding. May He ease our affairs. وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه الأخيار وسلم تسليما كثيرا. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.